Hi, my name's Rick. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be working on our Bosch range. The oven decided to totally quit working. About 2 weeks ago, my wife was telling me that it was taking longer to warm up and that she was hearing a funny noise when it would come on, and at times she was smelling some gas. So then I watched it cycle. We opened the oven door, and you could watch through the openings to the burner area there on the bottom left and right side. You could see a glow that the igniter was glowing, but it would take a long time for it to come on. And then when it did, it was barely opening the valve, so the gas valve. So when it does that, the gas will not reach out to the igniter right away, and that causes what they call a delayed ignition. And that funny noise is kind of a woof sound when it comes on. I have a pretty good idea what the problem is. It's pretty much always the igniter. And even though it glows, it's getting weak. And being weak, then it doesn't allow enough voltage to go through to totally open up that. So then my wife used it then the rest of the day, and then when she went to use it the next time, it wouldn't come on at all. So I further thought, yeah, that's probably what it is. It's going to be that igniter now is totally quit. So today we're going to dig in and see if I'm right. Helping me today is my grandson Tristan. He's going to be my hands. Let's get at it here. So we'll go over and we'll get in here and see what we can find. Tristan, I guess if you would, I guess the first thing would be we need to go downstairs and shut the breaker off before we go in there. And so go ahead and do that.
Alrighty.
Yep, you got it. Okay, Tristan, you got the power off, so we can go ahead, open the door there, and we will start to take it apart so we can get down to that igniter. Before we get started then too, Tristan, that light we brought in, we'll use that. I actually set it off to the side a minute, grill the grates out. And I don't know if that, yeah, I think you can go ahead and put the light in there then. Okay, now on the back, right and left side, I'll try to zoom in here a little bit, are two thumb screws. So go ahead, Tristan, and take those out so we can remove that bottom tray there. Okay, then you just gotta kind of lift up on the back there, Tristan, and work it out of there. And there we go. You can set that right up on top of the range if you want. Okay, so this is what we're looking at now is basically it's a spreader. I would say the top part is kind of a tray, but the bottom of it is a flame spreader. You can go ahead, we'll use that 1/4-inch nut driver and remove the left and right screw out of there. Okay, so then to get that out, you just kind of lift up on the front of it and then pull it toward you. There you go. Okay, so what we're looking at right now is in the middle there, that long tube, that's the burner. I'll tip this up once, Tristan, so we can see the bottom of that. Get a view of it there. Yeah, I'll back up a little bit. Yeah, so that there you can see with the flame, it spreads the flame there. So it can heat up right. Okay, so you can put that back up out of your way. So back on the right there of the tube is the igniter. I believe that's what's wrong. Okay, so Tristan, there's two 1/4-inch screws on the back right there. You can take those off, back right side of the igniter. Let's go ahead and take them off. Now hold on to it so it doesn't drop out of there. Not there. Try to grab it where, yeah, hold it so it looks like it is. We'll see if we can get it out here. There you go. All right. Now, yeah, turn it a little bit, Tristan, so it's, yeah. Let me get in a little closer. Can you see a crack there at all?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, let me get over here. There we go. I got a good shot of it. You can see right there where it's broke through. So that, when it does that, then it opens the circuit and it's not going to work. Let's go ahead and cut those wires right off there. Okay, we went ahead and connected that Molex plug there on the left to the new igniter that's going to be put in place. So Tristan's going to go ahead and feed those wires through and go ahead and mount that igniter back in place on the burner. Go ahead. Yo! Okay, you got that done? Good. And you can take this meter down with you, and we will go ahead and you can plug that plug in back on the left side, that Molex plug back in there, get the igniter plug back in. Okay, then go ahead and open the door up, Tristan, and we'll set the meter right up on the door so we can see the reading. Okay, I think we're at the point, what Tristan did is we hooked this meter in series with the gas valve. We're gonna see what kind of amp readings we get before the valve opens. So Tristan is going to go downstairs and turn the power back on to this, and we'll give it a try.
Are you sir?
All right, Tristan, go ahead and let's try the oven and see what happens here.
So I didn't plug it into the right thing. Yo, but the oven works, guys. That's pretty good. It's pretty cool, isn't it? You told me to...
Yeah, shut it off a minute. Let's try it one more time. Okay, so it glowed, but we didn't get a reading on the meter, so I think we have to turn the meter off and back on and see if that takes care of it. So go ahead and do that, Tristan. Oh, was that off?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead, give it a try.
What is it supposed to be plugged into?
Okay, turn it off.
Hey, what are the clamps supposed to be plugged into?
Just unplug a lead from the meter for me. Just unplug one of them. Okay, now go ahead and turn the oven back on. It shouldn't work. Yeah, and it doesn't. For some reason, our meter is not giving me a reading. Go ahead and plug that red lead back in, Tristan. Okay, so now we're plugged back in and it's glowing. My meter's not showing any amperage for some reason, but anyway, we'll see if the burner comes on. If it does, it's fixed. And there it comes. I don't know if you can see the blue flame there, but it's on. Okay, Tristan, go ahead and turn it off. That makes no sense. We can go ahead and disconnect. Teresa, you want to go down, shut the power back off, and then we'll disconnect our wires, and we're going to be good. If you want, Tristan, you can go ahead and start putting, put the flame spreader back on in the bottom end. We can get this all done above, and I think we got one screw maybe laying on the floor or something. Once you get that in there, you can close it. See?
No.
No.
Alright, watch out.
Okay, then we'll go ahead and we'll put the drip pan back in. Go ahead and put the thumb screws in, and we'll be done. Yeah. Got it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, then we can pull the light out, and we'll leave the grates out for now.
You don't want me to tighten it?
What's that?
You don't want me to tighten it? Damn, it's kind of hot.
All right, so let's kick it on one more time. Okay, let's open the door again. Yep. And this time I'm gonna push on the button, turn the light off. There, now I can see a glow with the light off. Yeah, I just heard it come on. Before we finish up on the video, I just wanted to show you a few pictures that Tristan took while he was down there on the floor. He's got it in his hand here is that Molex plug that he fed down from above for the igniter. This one here just shows he's got it plugged in here. And then over in the center of the picture here is the broiler safety valve. And then to the right of it, here's the oven safety valve, and that's what we're working on today. Close up here just shows the information that's on the valve, and it shows the model number. And I used that model number, went online and did a search for a matching igniter. And I found one for about $20. Down on the left here, it shows what the amp draw should be to open this valve. The amperage readings of 3.3 to 3.6. So this valve should be opening in that range. And that's what I was trying to show you with the meter that we had connected, but it turned out we didn't have it turned to the right scale, and that's why I had no readings. This here again just shows the oven igniter and where it opened. It failed right there. Okay, back to the video. Well, that's it for this video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment area below. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye now.